Alright, and welcome to my channel, everyone. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Remy. This is a channel, Rem's Family. What used to be Rem's Family Farm is now changing to Rem's Family Adventure-ish. So I'm a little bit more out in the woods, out in the wilds, foraging, fishing, hunting, and I want to start camping. And if you want to start camping in the winter, you need a hot tent. Hot tent also means you need to have a stove, and I have the stove here, so let me show this to you. I got the chimney. All right, so here it is. I got those little clips, 3 clips that I can clip on there, or I got some paracord here just to stabilize the chimney if I wanted to, especially if I go camping in a hot tent. So basically what's happening is you don't want your tent going with the wind and everything shaking like this, because I mean it's not very safe. So you tie it up to a few trees around you and it's a little bit more stabilized, at least. Now I have no idea what those paracords would do if they were heated up, but it came with the little stove, so I decided to keep them that way. Now I have the stove, I have some birch next to me. I'm gonna go grab some birch bark and a few branches. There's probably like a witch broom somewhere, that's what we would call them. Those little, well, old spruce. I don't see any around, but I know where I can find some. Those old spruce with a bunch of branches together, like when the tree gets sick. I'll go pick some up and show you. So there's more than one reason why I want to start doing this. Not just to burn all the chemicals that could be left in the stove, but also to get some practice for if it ever happens and I might actually need it. In order to practice, you need to have the tools you would have if you ever not necessarily got lost in the woods, because if I got lost in the wood, I wouldn't necessarily have a stove. But I'm still getting some practice in case I need to have a fire going. So I'm going to put some bark in there, and I'll take some of those branches. Obviously it's not going to fit all in there, but I can take some branches and put them in. Keep the fire going once I start it. So what I want to do is scratch a little bark a little bit to make some little pieces, or I don't know what we'll call it. I just went 10 seconds for a walk that way, and just behind my vehicle there's a witch broom, and I walked maybe like 15 minutes that way to go get the one that I saw earlier. Let's see if that's enough. I doubt, but nope. My rod is not long enough, and I don't have enough birch bark, so I'm gonna get that fixed. That's one of the reasons why we practice. Well, I ended up doing it anyway. See the flame? Just cut that little tree here. Now let's put some branches in there so that it doesn't stop burning. If the stove was bigger, this would work a lot better, but gotta do what we gotta do. Now the fire is well started. I'm gonna put some of those small branches in there, but then I need to get some bigger branches to keep the fire burning really hot. Now in theory, if I was really in a survival situation, I would have had bigger pieces of wood around me. But now, since I'm just doing some testing, I don't. I'm gonna have to go get my saw and my axe and just get a little bit of wood going so that I can burn a nice fire. The chimney is starting to change color, which is a good sign. It's actually burning hot. You don't want to put your hand on there because, as you can see, yeah, just touching is burning the leaf. So I'm gonna put that away. Once the fire stops on its own, I'll let it cool down a little bit and I'll pick up my stuff and I'll be ready to go. I don't know if you can see around me, fall is here. That means cold temperatures are coming, and that's when you need to have a little stove ready like this. Thing is, if you want to go camping at this time of year, you might still be able to go by with just having a nice warm sleeping bag. But in a few months, even weeks from now, you'll need to have a way to keep yourself a lot warmer because it's going to get cold. And here in northern New Brunswick, we can get temperatures up to minus 40 Fahrenheit Celsius is the same thing. It gets pretty cold. Now, minus 40, you're not going to see me outside camping. I can guarantee you that right now. But if I can have the stove going to get accustomed to it, to know exactly what's wrong if it's not starting, what's going well, what's burning better than other, I might have a way to go camping or even go ice fishing on a lake somewhere and spend the night on the lake. That would be awesome. And that's a bunch of different things that I want to do. And that's in a lot of things that are now getting more accessible here in New Brunswick. They're starting to open more and more lakes to ice fish. So hopefully that's going to be something coming up in the upcoming winter. Thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to share, like, subscribe if it's not already done. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.